right? First things first. Christians, there's a need for you people to understand that Christianity is not a plain book. Just the way I hear people say, oh, there's Christian, there's Muslim, and there are traditionalists. If you ask for the three religions we have in Nigeria, they'll tell you Christian, Muslim, and traditionalist. But what you people don't know is that Christianity is a tradition. Christianity is a tradition. Islam is a tradition. And the tradition that you're calling tradition is still a tradition. All of them are tradition. That is why you hear the pastors who say, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All of these people were following in a tradition. Abraham had a tradition. Isaac came and picked up from Abraham's tradition. Then Jacob. You going to church every Sunday is a tradition. Tuesday service is a tradition. The Muslim going to mosque or praying 5 times a day is a tradition. But you people believe that your own, the Christians, is just a plain book. No, all of us are traditionalists. But now you have thought what I do diabolical and non-biblical. Like in your words, you said, oh, very dark man going into the river, you know, shedding of blood all in the name of sacrifices and all. But I'll break down things to you today. You say going into the river. First things first, do you even know anything about the water? The water is the most spiritual thing on earth. Up till tomorrow, nobody knows how the water came. Nobody knows how the water came. Let me tell you how spiritual and how powerful the water is. First things first, let's read the first book of the Bible. We'll start from the first of the Bible. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. God created heaven and earth. God didn't create the water. The Spirit of the Lord was in the waters. It was hovering around the water. Water. So for that man going into the water, there's a meaning, my boy. You see, water is so powerful. Anything you go into the water with, depends on your belief, it answers. Jesus Christ would have not been Jesus Christ without going into the water. You don't know. Jesus Christ went into River Jordan for baptism. In short, that was what completed Jesus Christ's spirituality. Because after he did that, the heaven opened and the dove flew in from this is from the Bible. I'm quoting what the Bible quoted. The dove came as the Holy Spirit, and there was a loud voice. Matthew chapter 3 verse 17, yes? He said, this is my son in whom I am well pleased. Now that time God confirms in his son. Because in the beginning of the world, in the beginning, according to the Bible, after God created the heaven and the earth, the water was already there. God's Spirit was around the water. It was just hovering. It was there. So God is also water.